Hi, my name is Anna Masser, and this presentation will focus on why nicotine content is not nicotine uptake, using cigarettes and nicotine pouches as examples. Nicotine is what cigarettes and nicotine pouches have in common. In terms of risk, they are very different because no combustion products are formed during nicotine pouch use. The media often conflates nicotine content with nicotine uptake. These news articles list content with no uptake, leaving the reader to infer that a user takes up all the nicotine in the pouch. This has contributed to the general public's misconception about nicotine content and uptake from products. Some of this confusion may stem from the standardized values obtained from smoke machines measuring cigarette emissions, where the EU limit is 1 milligram. Here we will focus on nicotine content and nicotine uptake. The difference is that content refers to how much nicotine a product contains, while uptake refers to how much nicotine ends up in the body with product use. The average nicotine content in a single cigarette is around 10 milligram. Nicotine content is determined by the amount of cut tobacco filler and the blend of tobacco types. This means that there is a limit to how much nicotine a cigarette can contain. The German Federal Institute for Risk Assessment performed a study and found a wide range of nicotine contents in pouches. Based on their findings, they recommended an upper limit of 16.6 milligram. No tobacco leaf or stem is added to these products. Instead, pouches contain tobacco-derived nicotine, that means pharmaceutical-grade standards. This means that pouches can have a wide range of nicotine strengths, independent of product size. Nicotine uptake can be measured in two different ways, by pharmacokinetics or biomarkers of exposure to nicotine. Nicotine pharmacokinetics can be determined by taking repeated blood draws over time and measuring nicotine levels in the blood plasma. The results reflect the speed nicotine is taken up. This is useful when measuring short-term exposure and enables product comparison if the products are used in a standardized way. Biomarkers can serve as indicators for exposure to certain compounds, including nicotine. Biomarkers of nicotine exposure are typically measured in saliva, plasma, or urine. They provide a snapshot of a person's long-term nicotine use, and users of different products can be compared, which is more relevant from an epidemiological point of view. This slide will show pharmacokinetic curves for two different products. A cigarette is typically smoked for 5 to 10 minutes. The large uptake area in the lungs enables rapid nicotine uptake. When the cigarette is finished, the plasma nicotine curve will turn downwards. A nicotine pouch is placed under the lip where it delivers nicotine via the oral mucosa. Oral uptake is more gradual, so the curve climbs more slowly. If left in the mouth, many pouches will continue to deliver nicotine for at least 1 hour. While usage times vary among individuals, plasma nicotine levels start declining when the pouch is removed, in this case at 20 minutes. The area under the curve is the nicotine uptake. Under standardized use, this is a helpful way to compare products both within and between product categories. In this example from the literature, a single cigarette smoked and a single 10.1 milligram pouch used for 20 minutes resulted in a similar nicotine uptake. With a half-life of around 2 hours, nicotine is relatively quickly metabolized to produce other compounds. The main metabolite is cotinine, a frequently used biomarker of exposure to nicotine. Uptake is a result of how many units are used and for how long, their formulation, nicotine content, and individual factors such as body size and composition, and nicotine metabolism. There are also distinct factors for the different products regarding how the product is used that will affect nicotine uptake. Biomarkers of exposure enable estimations of long-term actual use, and different user groups can be compared. So, to conclude, nicotine content is not equal to nicotine uptake. The influence of multiple factors makes it difficult to predict exactly how much nicotine a person takes up based on product's nicotine content. Uptake depends on how a product is used and by whom. Thank you for listening.